when Levi was newly born. By the way, my name is Dad of Levi. Levi would like me to talk about the literal aspect in his words of his life, just briefly. We're going to keep this to 5 minutes or less, but his first question was about when he was born, huh, Levi?
Yes.
So literally, Levi was born of a wonderful birth mother, and she made a very difficult decision. I can't even imagine how difficult, to place her newborn baby with a couple who could not have biological children, who wanted the baby so badly. And so that was us. We went through a process to work with the adoption agency, Levi's mom and I, and we got qualified to become adoptive parents. And Levi's amazing, wonderful birth mother chose us to become his parents, and we're eternally grateful to her for that. And Levi was about 3 days old when he came to us. He was born literally on the same day as me, and so that was kind of fun. We have that in common, July 26th. And he was born also while I was in the Army, and I was in Death Valley at a training exercise. And so I got to hurry home, and his mom and I went and got to go pick him up from the adoption agency, and we brought him home, and we were so happy. So that was literally the birth of Levi.
What about in terms of my first few Christmases when
First few Christmases, Levi loved. Any celebration, he loved lights. He loved the idea of presents. Levi loved getting books at an early age. He loved anything that made noises and that lit up. So as an infant, he loved kind of noisy toys, light, fun, happy toys. He would look at books. He loved manipulating things with his hands and his fingers. And so it was very easy for Santa Claus to find toys for him that made him happy as a young baby and as an infant and a little toddler. And then as he got older, Levi got into more imagination, real imagination, and so he started to believe in certain gifts. Certain gifts could bring abilities to him, like portals. He could escape into the realm of fiction, by having this wonderful, amazing imagination. So he wanted to have things like, and he loved superheroes at an early age. Superheroes and villains. What were some of your first superheroes that you liked, Levi, as a little kid?
I don't know, Spider-Man, X-Men.
Yep, he loved all those things. She-Hulk was a development at about 10 or 11 or 12. So for one Christmas, the only thing he wanted was a She-Hulk, animated She-Hulk figure.
Action figure.
Action figure, thank you. Along with some other things. Loved books. Every Christmas, Levi would just get more and more books. They started to turn into books about characters, about the world of Marvel and DC comics. So a lot of comic-related things, superheroes and villains. And then as he got older, just kind of the same thing. Levi right now, as a young adult, not so young adult anymore, but a single adult, still loves gifts that help him build out his universe. So art supplies, digital, electronic supplies. Levi loves information as gifts. And he's also starting to really like nostalgic gifts. And so this Christmas we're going to collaborate, and we're going to, tomorrow for Christmas Day, we're going to review several hours of footage of him as a child, a toddler and a young boy growing up. And then we're going to choose some of those footages and create a disc or a thumb drive for him to take home possibly.
I was hoping that you could send it to me through Facebook.
We might try to do it that way also. We'll see what happens. What other literal aspects, Levi? I think we got 1 minute left.
What about in terms of your perspective of my relationship with Susan?
A short profit pause. We're going to advertise Lollipop, Olipop, root beer, prebiotic drink. Good stuff. Now, what was your question again?
What's your take on my relationship with Susan?
Levi has had a very close relationship with Susan Murphy of the movie Monsters vs. Aliens. And so please go and watch that movie. Whoever hears my voice in this video that's about to end and wants to learn about the literal aspects of Levi, Leviathan's universe, go and watch Monsters vs. Aliens from 2009. It's a take on the 50-foot woman. But this is a very important movie in Levi's life because it occurred at a stage of his life in development and hormonal growth that character, Susan Murphy, imprinted upon him. And he has since been enthralled and fascinated at her strength, at her intelligence, at her capabilities, at her amazingness. And I don't blame him. She's a pretty amazing character. So how's that, Levi?
That's good.
All right. End transmission.